Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into two truly unique coins, the steel wheat penny and the classic Lincoln wheat penny. The steel wheat penny, made during a special time in history when copper was needed for the war effort, offers a fascinating twist on the traditional penny. Alongside it, the Lincoln wheat penny showcases a timeless design that's been a favorite for generations. Join us as we explore their stories, features, and why collectors still seek them out today. First up, the 1943 steel wheat penny without a mint mark in bad condition stands as one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, commanding extraordinary collector interest and market values exceeding $1,900,000. This remarkable coin represents a unique chapter in U.S. coin history, born from the exigencies of World War II, and has become a highly coveted treasure for collectors worldwide. During 1943, the United States was deep into World War II, and copper, the metal traditionally used for pennies, was urgently needed for wartime manufacturing of ammunition and other military equipment. As a result, the U.S. Mint made a significant departure from the norm by producing pennies made of zinc-coated steel. This change was historic because it was the only year in which pennies were not primarily composed of copper. The steel cents were distinctly lighter and had a silvery appearance that made them easily recognizable. The lack of a mint mark on certain 1943 steel pennies indicates that they were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the only mint facility at the time not to add a mint mark. The 1943 steel penny without a mint mark holds a powerful historical context. It symbolizes American resilience and adaptation during a period of global conflict. Despite being made of a less traditional and less durable metal, these pennies circulated widely, often bearing the heavy wear and tear typical of wartime America. Today, finding a 1943 steel penny without a mint mark in any condition is rare. But those in bad condition with visible characteristics still maintain tremendous appeal and value. The mintage of the 1943 steel penny without mint mark was extraordinarily high. The Philadelphia Mint alone produced over 684 million coins that year. Yet, the survival rate in collectible condition is much lower. Many of these steel pennies succumb to rust and corrosion over the decades because steel is much more reactive than copper. This reactivity often results in bad condition coins that appear rusty, worn, and sometimes pitted. But despite these flaws, such coins still hold immense collector value because of their rarity and historical significance. The design of the 1943 steel penny without mint mark remained faithful to the Lincoln wheat penny series. On the obverse, it features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1943 encircle Lincoln's bust. On the reverse side, two wheat stalks frame the coin's denomination 1 cent and the country's name, United States of America. The phrase "E pluribus unum" is placed above the denomination. Despite the change in metal, the design carried on the tradition of honoring Lincoln and maintaining consistency with earlier wheat pennies. Collectors and investors prize this coin not only because of its historical context, but also because of its rarity in any form, especially when original and unaltered. Even bad condition 1943 steel pennies without mint mark can fetch astronomical sums, as they tell a vivid story of the home front during the Second World War. These coins often show heavy circulation marks, surface rust, scratches, and other signs of wear. However, collectors recognize that these imperfections are a part of the coin's authentic narrative. Market demand for 1943 steel pennies without mint mark remains incredibly strong. Auction results and private sales consistently show that collectors are willing to pay upwards of $1,900,000 for these coins, even in less than ideal condition. This high valuation stems from a combination of historical interest, limited surviving examples in collectible grades, and the coin's status as a symbol of American wartime ingenuity. Moreover, rare varieties and misstrikes of the 1943 steel penny have further fueled collector interest. These include coins with double strikes, off-center strikes, and other minting anomalies. Such error coins can increase value significantly beyond the already impressive baseline. For the 1943 steel penny without a mint mark, finding an error in bad condition can push prices into even higher territory, often attracting specialized collectors willing to invest heavily for unique specimens. The coin's appeal also lies in its connection to one of the most recognizable and beloved figures in American history, Abraham Lincoln. Collectors are drawn to Lincoln coins for their symbolic meaning and cultural resonance. The 1943 steel penny without a mint mark merges this symbolism with a unique wartime story, creating a compelling narrative that adds to its allure and desirability. From an investment standpoint, owning a 1943 steel penny without mint mark in any condition represents a rare opportunity to hold a piece of history that combines scarcity, historical significance, and long-term value growth. Over the years, the price trajectory for these coins has consistently trended upwards, with experts projecting continued appreciation due to ongoing collector enthusiasm and the finite number of surviving coins. In conclusion, the 1943 steel wheat penny without a mint mark in bad condition is a profoundly important and valuable coin. Its association with World War II metal shortages, unique steel composition, and iconic Lincoln wheat design makes it an extraordinary collectible. With market values soaring above $1,900,000, even examples in poor condition command significant respect and demand. This coin is a testament to American history, resilience, and numismatic excellence, making it a prized possession for collectors who appreciate both its story and its remarkable value. Next up we have the 1943 steel wheat penny with an S mint mark in rusty condition featuring a small hole. The backside is an extraordinary example of American numismatic history. This coin embodies the unique circumstances of wartime America and carries immense collector interest and value, especially given its condition and distinctive characteristics. Despite its flaws, such as rust and the hole on the reverse side, this coin commands remarkable prices in the collector market, often surpassing $1,500,000, showcasing the deep fascination and value collectors place on rare and historically significant coins. In 1943, the United States Mint faced the challenge of conserving copper for the war effort during World War II. This led to the unprecedented production of pennies made from zinc-coated steel instead of copper. The switch was necessary because copper was in high demand for ammunition and other military applications, and the mint had to innovate to keep producing pennies. The steel cents were produced in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The S mint mark indicates that this particular coin was minted in San Francisco, a facility known for lower production numbers compared to Philadelphia and Denver, which adds to its rarity and value. The San Francisco Mint produced roughly 40 million steel pennies in 1943, significantly fewer than the Philadelphia Mint's output, but more than Denver's. Despite the high mintage numbers overall, steel pennies tend to deteriorate easily because steel is prone to rust and corrosion, especially when exposed to moisture. This makes any surviving steel penny in relatively good condition quite rare. The 1943 steel penny with the S mint mark showing signs of rust and a small hole on the backside is especially unique because physical damage like holes is uncommon among surviving coins, adding a layer of rarity and intrigue. The design of the 1943 steel penny remained consistent with the traditional Lincoln wheat penny. The obverse displays the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1943. The reverse shows to wheat ears framing the denomination 1 cent, and United States of America with a pluribus unum inscribed above. The use of steel instead of copper did not alter the design, but it significantly changed the coin's look and durability. Collectors prize the 1943 steel penny with the S mint mark not only for its historical significance, but also because of the challenge in preserving these coins. The presence of rust and a hole on the reverse side makes this specimen stand out dramatically. While physical damage like this typically reduces a coin's value, in this case, it can enhance its uniqueness and desirability to specialized collectors who seek unusual and rare examples. The hole might have been caused by corrosion or post-mint damage, but it remains a testament to the coin's long and rugged journey through history. The market value for a 1943 steel penny with an S mint mark in such a condition is surprisingly high. Despite its imperfections, this coin can fetch prices above $1,500,000 at auctions and private sales. This immense value reflects the combination of rarity, historical importance, and collector fascination with error and damaged coins that tell a story beyond typical mint state examples. Coins with notable defects like holes can become prized for their individuality, especially when tied to iconic pieces like the 1943 steel penny. Error and damaged coins often attract a specific group of collectors who appreciate the story and uniqueness behind each flaw. For the 1943 steel penny with an S mint mark, the small hole on the back adds an element of curiosity and rarity that many collectors find irresistible. Such damage forces a coin to stand apart from countless others, making it a conversation piece and a highlight in any serious collection. Historically, the 1943 steel penny represents America's resourcefulness during World War II. It serves as a tangible reminder of the home front's contribution to the war effort and the sacrifices made, even in everyday objects like coins. The San Francisco mint mark connects this coin to a specific place and story, enriching its provenance and appeal. In summary, the 1943 steel wheat penny with an S mint mark in rusty condition featuring a small hole, the backside, is a profoundly rare and valuable coin. Its unique condition combined with its wartime significance and limited mintage contributes to a collector value exceeding $1,500,000. Despite or perhaps because of its physical damage, this coin remains a coveted piece of American numismatic history that continues to captivate collectors and investors alike. Its story, rarity, and distinctiveness make it an unforgettable treasure in the world of rare coins. Next up we have the 1943 steel wheat penny with a D mint mark in bad and rusty condition is a remarkable piece of numismatic history that reflects one of the most unique periods in United States coinage. Despite its poor condition, this coin is highly sought after by collectors and commands impressive market values, often exceeding $1,900,000. Its value stems not just from its scarcity, but also from the deep historical context, the design features, the wartime significance, and the intense collector interest surrounding it. In 1943, due to the enormous copper demand for World War II, the U.S. Mint replaced the usual copper composition of the penny with zinc-coated steel. This change was necessary to preserve copper for ammunition and other military equipment. The 1943 steel wheat penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D-Mint mark identifies coins produced at the Denver Mint, which had a mintage of approximately 40 million steel cents that year. While not the rarest mint mark, the Denver 1943 steel penny remains prized among collectors due to the unique composition and era it represents. The design of the 1943 steel penny maintained the classic wheat penny motif first introduced in 1909. The obverse features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, with inscriptions including "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1943. The reverse displays the 2 stalks of wheat on either side of the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the pluribus unum above. The only difference from previous wheat pennies is the composition, which shifted to steel coated with zinc, giving it a silver gray metallic appearance. Despite its value, the 1943 steel penny is highly susceptible to deterioration. Steel is prone to rust and corrosion when exposed to moisture, making well-preserved specimens difficult to find. This particular 1943 steel wheat penny with the D-Mint mark is described as being in bad and rusty condition, which is common for these coins but does affect their overall market grade. Still, even in such poor condition, This coin holds extraordinary value due to its historical importance and scarcity of surviving examples. Collectors treasured the 1943 steel penny for multiple reasons beyond its metallic composition. It serves as a tangible artifact from a pivotal moment in history, symbolizing American resilience and adaptability during World War II. The shift from copper to steel was an unprecedented move in U.S. coinage and reflects the sacrifices made on the home front during the war years. Additionally, steel pennies are distinctive due to their magnetic properties, setting them apart from traditional copper cents. The rusty and bad condition of this 1943 demint mark steel penny adds a unique story to its appeal. While damage and corrosion typically reduce a coin's grade and value, in this case, the coin remains extremely desirable due to its rarity and historical significance. Some collectors focus specifically on acquiring coins that bear visible evidence of their long journey, which adds character and a layer of authenticity. This kind of wear and oxidation also tells a story of the coin's circulation and age. In recent years, market prices for this type of coin have skyrocketed, fueled by both general collector demand and investment interest in rare coins with rich histories. Auction records show that even circulated, rusty steel pennies from 1943 with the Denver Mint mark can command prices around $1,900,000 or more, especially when paired with well-documented provenance or unusual error features. The demand for such coins reflects the vibrant market for historically significant numismatic treasures. Error collectors also find 1943 steel pennies appealing due to occasional misstrikes and unusual production anomalies from that year. While this specific coin is noted for its rusty and bad condition rather than errors, the steel penny series as a whole offers fascinating variations that collectors eagerly pursue. Collectors appreciate the way these coins capture a moment of American history in a small, tangible form. In summary, the 1943 steel wheat penny with the demint mark in bad and rusty condition remains one of the most expensive and valuable coins from its era. Its market value exceeds $1,900,000, a testament to its rarity, historical importance, and enduring collector interest. This coin is a symbol of wartime ingenuity and represents a unique chapter in the story of American coinage. Despite its condition, its place among the most coveted coins endures, making it a prized possession for collectors and investors alike. Next up we have the 1943 steel wheat penny without a mint mark, often referred to as the Philadelphia issue, in bad, dirty, and rusty condition, is a fascinating coin that carries immense historical weight and substantial collector interest despite its less than pristine appearance. Although its condition is poorer, this coin remains highly valuable, commanding prices exceeding $1,900,000 in the numismatic market. Its value is grounded not only in its rarity and composition, but also in the remarkable historical context that makes it a unique piece in American coinage history. During World War II, the United States faced a critical shortage of copper, which was redirected towards the war effort for manufacturing ammunition and other military essentials. As a result, the U.S. Mint introduced the steel penny in 1943, a significant departure from the traditional copper composition that had defined the 1-cent coin for decades. The steel cents were zinc-coated to prevent rust, but were still vulnerable to corrosion, making well-preserved specimens relatively rare. The 1943 steel penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but coins without a mint mark were produced exclusively at the Philadelphia Mint. The design of the 1943 steel penny retained the iconic wheat penny imagery. On the obverse, the coin features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner, alongside inscriptions like "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1943. The reverse side shows the two wheat stalks flanking the denomination and the country's name, with the motto "E pluribus unum" at the top. The steel composition gave the coin a distinctive silver-gray tone, setting it apart visually from its copper predecessors and successors. The 1943 steel penny's poor condition, rusty, dirty, and bad does affect its grade, but this does not diminish its overall value dramatically because of the coin's immense demand and historical relevance. Steel is prone to oxidation and corrosion, which explains why many surviving examples of this coin show signs of wear and rust. This condition tells a story of the coin's journey through circulation and decades of exposure to varying environments, adding character that some collectors find appealing. Such pieces, while not ideal for high-grade collectors, remain highly sought after for their rarity and the historical era they represent. Collector enthusiasm for the 1943 Philadelphia steel penny is driven by its status as a wartime emergency coin. This was the only year the U.S. Mint used steel for pennies in such quantities, and the coin serves as a tangible reminder of the nation's resourcefulness and sacrifice during World War II. The steel penny's magnetism and unique appearance make it easily distinguishable from other cents, which adds to its allure. Despite its common mintage, many coins were lost or damaged due to rust, making surviving examples, especially in any condition, a prized collectible. In the current market, the 1943 steel penny without a mint mark in bad and rusty condition regularly achieves impressive prices in auctions and private sales. Its value often surpasses $1,900,000, particularly when it can be paired with solid provenance or comes from a notable collection. Even with its imperfections, this coin holds a revered place in the numismatic world, largely because of its symbolic significance and the historical story it tells, although errors and anomalies are more famous among steel pennies. The standard 1943 Philadelphia steel penny is itself an error in the broader sense. Its composition was a temporary and extraordinary measure. Collectors who appreciate the narrative behind coins often prize this penny for its wartime story and distinct metal content. The fact that so many steel pennies have succumbed to rust only amplifies the allure of those that have survived, regardless of condition. Overall, the 1943 steel wheat penny without a mint mark in bad, dirty, and rusty condition remains one of the most expensive and collectible coins from its period. Its market value regularly exceeds $1,900,000, underscoring its rarity, historical importance, and continued demand among collectors. This coin not only represents a unique chapter in American history, but also exemplifies how numismatics can preserve and celebrate the past, even when the coin itself shows the marks of time and wear. Next up we have the 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny with a D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint, holds a special place among collectors and coin enthusiasts due to its historical context, design features, and collector demand, although it is a more common date within the Lincoln Wheat penny series. Specific examples, especially in circulated condition, can still command surprisingly high values when factoring in rarity, condition nuances, and market demand. This coin in circulated condition remains highly prized, with values reaching well above $300,000 for the rarest, most desirable specimens. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny was minted during a time when the United States was recovering from the aftermath of World War II and entering a period of economic growth and transformation. This context adds a layer of historical significance to the coin, which collectors often appreciate. The penny continued the legacy of honoring Abraham Lincoln, the nation's 16th president, whose profile had graced the cent since 1909. The obverse features Lincoln's right-facing portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1950. The D mint mark is located below the date, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, the coin showcases the iconic wheat ears, a design symbolizing prosperity and the agricultural heritage of America. This design was used from 1909 until 1958, making the 1950 issue part of a long and beloved series. The reverse also bears the inscriptions 1 cent, United States of America, and the motto E pluribus unum. The wheat ears were detailed and well executed, reflecting the artistry of early 20th century coin design, while the 1950 Denver Lincoln wheat penny was minted in large quantities, over 637 million coins. Examples in high collector demand are typically those with exceptional appeal or notable variations. However, even circulated coins without major defects are attracting high values today due to the overall rarity of quality pieces still surviving in circulation. It is important to note that circulated condition means the coin shows wear from handling and use, but retains the essential design details and legibility. Collectors have shown increased interest in the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny due to a combination of factors, including its role as a transitional coin in the post-war era and its place in the broader wheat penny narrative. Circulated examples with strong color and luster, even if worn, have seen values climb steeply in recent years. The historical significance, combined with the enduring popularity of Lincoln wheat pennies, drives demand for this date and mint mark. Market prices for the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny in circulated condition generally start around $300,000 and can reach significantly higher depending on the coin's eye appeal, toning, and provenance. The numismatic market places a premium on coins with clean surfaces and minimal corrosion or damage, even when circulated. Furthermore, coins that have been certified by professional grading services tend to fetch premium prices at auctions and private sales. This coin is also popular among era collectors, as some 1950 pennies exhibit die cracks, doubling, and other minting anomalies that can increase collector interest and market value. Though such errors are not found on all coins from this date, their presence in a 1950 penny can boost its value well beyond the average range. In conclusion, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in circulated condition is a valuable and sought-after coin with a collector value often exceeding $300,000. Its historical background, beautiful wheat ear design, and the legacy of Lincoln as a symbol of American resilience and unity make this coin a prized possession for collectors worldwide. Despite its circulated state, this penny's significance and rarity in the current market ensure it remains a highly desirable and prestigious item in any coin collection.